Sportsline at Village Tavern and Trattoria, 424 South Main Street, Pittsburgh 15220. We're doing our jazz and sports show with Jessica Lee. She just finished up 2 hours of jazz and blues, and now we're doing the sports, Pittsburgh Sportsline. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 everywhere in the Pittsburgh area, from Nemacolin out to Cranberry and Wexford, and every community in between. We appreciate it. Thanks for all the likes on Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're up to now 4,460 likes in a little over 2 years. So thank you. You know, if you like our page, we'll like yours with a reason. I always kid my friend Smoking Jim that now he realized the likes, how much they mean. So he'll like anything that you send to him. And I guarantee he'll take photos only for Pittsburgh Sportsline. Well, we can't discuss that because there's always a beautiful woman in the picture with him by himself, and he already did that a couple times tonight. But other than that, we talk sports. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. We got Smoking Jim Frazier. We got Zach Brenner, our co-host from Tuesday night's live show. Also on 32, but it's a live 1 hour show. This one was taped and will be rebroadcast. Zach usually comes on at the end. I don't know, he's looking a little tired. He just did plumbing all over the city, cutting trees down, digging holes, just because he does that. So we'll have him on. Paul Brenner Contracting if you need him. And then one special thing about Zach, besides being the best young contractor that I know, he's wearing our first ever Pittsburgh Sportsline baseball hat. Although it's a golf hat style, we're going to be selling those. I can't mention the price because on public access TV we're not supposed to sell any. But it's more than a baker's dozen. If you add two to it, then you'd have the price. So anybody that does math, my friend doesn't, so I know we'll figure it out. Somebody will tell me. Smoking Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
There you go.
you got to see Levine. Another big hand for Jessica Lee. It was awesome tonight. Mark Strickland as well.
Jay Willis. Sorry.
And a big hand for
There's
the
Ray
ownership,
Manis.
Ray. Thanks, Ray, for having us here again.
Let's sit down for a second.
Great to be back at the Copa.
Here's an actor, entrepreneur. We're going to break our rules. Ray Hannis knows how to handle a mic. He's one of the best.
How we doing, everybody?
He's reviving a historic district in West End. This is what you got to give him all the credit in the world. We're 5 minutes from downtown Pittsburgh. You go out wherever you want, hit the parkways. We call it Parkway West, but it's 376. We grew up knowing that back in West End and Green Tree, but it's 376.
As the locals would put it, you know. But hey, I want to thank everyone for coming around here. This is a great little spot in the West End. We're so conveniently located with all the sports venues, with PNC Park, Heinz Field, the casino. We've got great music. We've got, Al here to do some sports, and Jim over here who's just been hitting the wine all night. But
Good wine, good food, great desserts.
I think you're going to get a really good interview on it too. Hey, thanks for the support, and we're going to have a good time, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to everyone bring 60 or 70 of your friends the next time.
Closest friends.
Closest, right. Thanks, Al. Good job,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Good job.
Great
Al
food
Levine,
tonight.
everybody. Let's hear it for him.
Not on Facebook.
I gotta go bust tables now.
The owner.
And one big announcement. Hey, Ray, I'll be here Wednesday for lunch, buddy. You expect.
One more wine for Jim.
Thanks, Ray.
You're welcome, and thanks, Al. Thanks, Jim. Smoking Jim took on a completely different meaning when I went to college, but hey, that's all right.
And now back to our regular programming.
The roast of Jim Frazier.
We're going to finish what's on your mind after I clarify that this man has never drank or smoked in his life. So
That we know.
he's never been caught anyhow. I believe in his mother.
You never even know.
All right. Now, with no further ado, can you finish this? What's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al. Hey, listen, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense went from the steel curtain defense to the shower curtain defense. And now when you got great players retiring like Troy Polamalu, Jason Worrells, Ike Taylor, and Brett Kiesel, and the Steelers are replacing them with Cam Thomas, who's soft, Jarvis Too Soft Jones, Willie Too Soft Gay, and cornerback Cortez Allen, who couldn't cover me with the Susan B. Anthony quilt. Listen, blue is for violet, red is for rose. The Pittsburgh Steelers ain't got nobody that can punch you in the face anymore. I ain't here to hate, I'm just shooting straight. In the words of Marvin Gaye, mercy, mercy me. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't want to be great, they just want to be 8-8.
That's harsh.
It's some new material.
What can I say? They wore out 8-8's not great, and they did better than that last year. I'm going to have to hit the recycle button. That's on. First, I want to thank our sponsor. Yes, I did write this, and I know I'm repetitious on it. Skeet's Service Station. They sponsor What's on Our Mind. We thank them for that. We also have another sponsor that does our Tuesday night show, Olive Oil's Pizzeria. Now, that's good if you're in the Bethel Park area, but if you want to try a great pizza, come out to the Village Tavern with Smokin' Jim on Wednesday when he's bringing one of his sweeties. I don't know who yet, but somebody will be here. It's undisclosed. I always do some promos because I believe in fundraising. So we're fundraising for Bethel Park Scholarship Fund. Devin Shea's on camera here for guys like him and the girls like him that volunteer. $1 raffle ticket for a $650 Weber grill. If you need any or want any, I have a $1 ticket here for you. And it's for a great cause to help our scholarship fund out. Then we also have, for anybody that likes to play bingo, Devin, I don't know if you can get a close-up of that. They just purchased over $1,600 worth of designer purses. One of our guests, or two of them, may know about designer purses. And they have to ask me. So we will see. Thank you. And that's in Bethel Park there. You have to check that out. Well, I better get to what's on my mind. And the Penguins were on my mind throughout the year. They had one good month. And then somehow they made the playoffs on the last day. Now, I predicted they would go to the Stanley Cup. And I usually don't like to change my mind, Smokin' Jim. And when you watch this film again, I'm not changing my mind. They're going to go to the Stanley Cup, but they're going as spectators. They started out this game 2-0. I just heard they scored a goal, but I'm extremely doubtful. So they will go to the Stanley Cup, and you heard what I said. That's what's on my mind.
Well, first of all, I want to say how great the Jazz was. Fantastic. And second of all, I'm glad to be here, and it's good to see you.
Yay! All right, now we get down to some interviews here. It's a mutual admiration society, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you left me out, so that's okay.
Oh.
My feelings aren't hurt. Now let's go right, forget all this other stuff. Let's go right to sports. You showed me a couple pictures earlier.
Yes, I did. And I had been on one other time with you. And my dad had been...
I don't know if they can pull that up. This might be a little... We'll go with this one.
My dad had been a football player.
Tell us about him, because I got short-term memory loss right now.
My dad, Charles Petrolia, was a football player. He was captain of the St.
Point him out, please.
Here
You. Where's he at?
Right here. That's my dad. He was captain of the...
What year?
1939. And they won 3 years champions. So I think it was 38, 39.
Well, where's your uncle at in the photo? You want to give your uncle some credit?
My uncle, what we call him, well...
Down low.
Yeah, down here. Uncle Puppy, there.
I'm glad I studied.
Yeah, I did too. But they were champs 3 years in a row. My dad had a scholarship to Notre Dame.
And say the school again you went to.
He went to St. Mary's of the Mount in Mount Washington. And Dad had a scholarship to Notre Dame. And along came the war.
The big one.
The big one. And like many of the guys, they just enlisted. So my dad was a really great quarterback.
Can I let this down?
And so often, as a little girl, he would take me to sporting events and hockey and baseball and football, and that's how I learned to love sports. So that was one of the things I wanted to show you. That's a collector's item, really. I actually.
Thanks for letting me hold it.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about, because I have started a non-profit called the Pennsylvania Women's Hall of Achievement, which is to recognize women and their contributions in this area. And it's based on Celebrate and Share, an organization that I formed with Bonnie and
Anything in here that I could show and tell?
in a minute.
Okay. I've been on her show many times, and usually you start bringing out some of the things you do, so okay.
All right.
I'll wait for you patiently.
What's happened with the Pennsylvania Women's Hall of Achievement is we've recognized over 250 women through our various events. And what we're trying to do is establish some type of permanent exhibit. But Anne Marie Gard, the women's
Another guest of our show.
That's right, and she's back there.
And she started the Author Zone, which helps promote people that write books.
Yes, she did, and my book won an award.
I was telling some folks about it. You got second place or something? In children's literature, and there's a lot of genres out there.
Yes, and she's one of Anne Marie is also going to be here again. Anyways, Anne Marie has this wonderful book, and she
I'll hold it so
is.
you can keep talking here.
Yes.
This is one of the best yellow pages I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of yellow pages, not because she's here. I told her when I first met her to cover about women in business and have your own magazine like this to come out for years. To me, that is awesome and should inspire the next generation to do more.
That's what we're all about, is really inspiring women that they can break more barriers and get through that glass ceiling, which I call the cement line, by the way.
Well, you know what? It actually is above here. There's a business and it's cement, so you're correct tonight.
That's right. Anyways, Anne Marie is, we're doing some special celebration and recognition of women, and Anne Marie is going to give us a section in there. And what we're trying to do is get people to buy some ads so we can have a whole section on the.
Well, how do they contact you or her or whoever's in charge of this?
Joanne R. Forster, 412-440-6969. That's 412-440-6969. And listen to the Empress of Biz. Listen, learn, and prosper on
You mean that blog
shows.
spot? That blog spot that you do on Talk Shoot?
That podcast.
Podcast?
Yes.
We're not advanced. Yeah, but we're not advanced like that on Pittsburgh Sportsline. But it's great. I appreciate you having me on the show, and I'm glad I could have you on. What else do you want to talk about before you go? Anything else you didn't cover?
Oh, let's see.
I always like to stump my guests. You come very well prepared without a script, so we always appreciate it. You had show and tell.
Well, what I do want to end up saying is I appreciate the cool things that you're doing with the jazz and the sports. I just think that's very innovative.
Well, you can thank Jessica Lee.
Well, of course, that's far more. And Jessica Lee is also a woman of achievement. She received her recognition.
No, what year was that?
2009.
Get on. We may have to interview her about that.
You may have to. Thank you for the time.
Joanne, thanks. It's been a pleasure. What is your job?
They talk about it on my grass now.
Well, because we have a competition going on. I say I do a lot of things for Pittsburgh Sportsline, the community, and other things. Smoking Jim says it's all about Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that, but maybe you can help me with that. Because he's my brother from another mother. I just don't understand the language he's speaking. But I'm glad to have you
He's
here.
representing
for the ladies.
Is it? How's that working out? Oh, you got the show. He booked you. That's fine. Now, what do you do?
Well, you know,
Besides the eyebrows.
Besides the eyebrows, I do a sports show. We are on WPXI.
Has he ever been on?
Yes, actually, Jim has been one of our special guests a few times.
How could he do a show that is scripted?
Well, it's not all scripted, actually.
Only his part is.
Yeah.
Let's be honest there.
It's actually
Come
not
on, my friend.
It's not a scripted show, but he definitely brings some energy that we're not used to.
I know that. I've watched the show.
He has a very loud voice, and the studio there is kind of piercing.
After the show, we'll talk about some of the comments that you guys made.
In a good way.
Thank you for clarifying. I was getting nervous there. So you're on Championship Chase for how many years?
This will be my 5th year with the show.
Like I said before, you're a true mom.
Yeah.
It'd be like 4 years, but my child's going to be 5.
Yeah.
So you'll be on your 5th year.
Yeah, this will be the first year that we are on at prime time, so it's really exciting for us because we went from Fox to ECNC to WPXI, and now, you know, we gained the recognition, or enough recognition.
I mean, I watch it once in a while now, too.
But we were always in the sports block with Bettis and Heinz Ward, so, you know, I'm really excited for this year.
I wish you the best of luck. It sounds great. Are you going to get an expanded role with interviewing people, maybe?
I mean, I used to do that.
That's why I'm asking.
And I'm actually going...
See?
Yeah.
You don't think I do any
I
research?
actually chose to kind of try doing a little bit more in-studio stuff because I wanted to get experience in everything. When I first started, they sent me out doing all the on-location interviews. I spent 2 weeks at training camp sweating every day.
I didn't know women sweat. I thought it was just for spot.
Yeah, and I was always at the games, and that was just a really long day. I'm a mom, I have kids, so...
How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
Because I heard one talking to me the other day.
I know. I actually put my daughter on the phone about it.
She said, will you be quiet because he was on. We got a long family slate.
Yeah. She kept talking over Alan, which was
Except tonight. Thank you for the compliment. You can come back again. But we still have to finish this interview.
Yeah.
Now, I know I was trying to promote some other business because I want to get my swimsuit this year. We're not going to talk about... No, don't tell me that. I just want to do this intro. You actually have a translation, which I think is so cool because I barely speak good English in Pittsburgh.
Well, we can help you with that.
I want to go downtown.
I do have a business called Lux Translation Solutions, and we do translations for right now 12 different languages. So, you know, anything from Portuguese to legal documents.
I prefer not those venues.
I'm actually in contact right now. We're in negotiations with a school district to be their company to do translations for families.
That's huge. That is great.
Exciting, and my mom's been in the business. You know, we're English.
Tell people where you're from.
I'm originally from Costa Rica.
Oh, really? Your Pittsburgh accent's overcome that.
I know.
You know
But
that.
when I was 7, I moved to Columbus, Ohio, and Ohio State graduated. So, you know, I don't have an accent anymore. I really wanted to, you know, become Americanized, and now I kind of regret it. You know, I lost that accent.
I think you can get it back.
I'll try. Sophia Vergara hit up, you know. She does that exaggerated Spanish accent.
That'd be nice if you did that. Next time you're on our show.
Okay, we'll try it next time.
Okay. What else do you want to promote or talk about? What about with sports? Anything else?
I'm excited. Next week the NFL draft starts, so I'll be down at the Steelers office.
Guess who's going to be with you?
Yeah, Jim will be there, and you know, it's exciting for me because I'm typically the only female there, the only female reporter there, so it's fun, and you know, it's always exciting to be right there at the Steelers with the Steelers organization. The play-by-play, you know, we find out.
You get the inside scoop.
Right, yeah. So that'll be exciting, and then once training camp starts, I'll be back to work. So. Yeah.
Pretty pretty soon. What about summer vacation with your kids?
Summer vacation. Well, I'm always with my kids.
You don't need.
I don't really need a vacation.
I was just
I'm a
checking.
baby. I'm full time right now.
How old is your baby?
She is 20 months.
When will she be 2?
This summer.
I just checked. That was a little bit at your expense. You have to watch. She tries to be so serious because she is a true professional. And like Joanne Forrester, they're trying to break these cement ceilings.
Yeah.
She's doing a really good
I
job.
love that.
You know, you have to be introduced to her.
Seems like they're passionate, like 6 o'clock in the morning.
There, just like yes in the league. You got to talk some business there, how she operates with nonprofits, profits, music, and everything
I've had
else.
the same number for 10 years.
Women in our community to get involved.
583-5047.
Involved in a lot of
That's what they're passionate.
things that I support, Parkinson's Foundation. My father has Parkinson's disease.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Involved with that and autism. I try to get
Do what you can.
as I can. My son, my oldest, has autism.
It's a tough time. It definitely is, but there's hope. You know, you keep working. I know plenty of people that are parents with them. Just can't lose faith.
I know.
Well, that's even better. No, thanks for sharing those personal things. I appreciate it. And the one thing I want to tell you on a light note is you have one of the best PR people in Pittsburgh ever.
Oh, I know.
Smoking Jim is one of the nicest guys, even though I beat him up so much tonight because it's all true. He will help you out.
I love Jim. He really is.
I love you guys.
You better go now. It's getting.
They both really care a lot about, everyone. And they really try to reach out to people and get the word out for people and what they're doing in their lives. So I think, you guys are really appreciated too.
Well, thank you. We just have a different style, a little different belief
Well,
system.
here's what I want to know. Do you have something on the menu named after you?
I didn't want to go to Shakeology, but you forced it out of me. No, they didn't, because I didn't ask for it. I know they would have done it, because I'm so convincing in sales.
Oh, so you asked for the last one?
Oh, did I? No.
Oh my God.
No, that's not. The actually is, here's what happened. Here's the true story. They said, you talk so much, could we name the burger out?
Well, I think they made it so big on purpose that you
It didn't work. It didn't work. The ownership was so disgruntled about it. They said you're going to have to take a hiatus during the baseball season because we're packed. So I don't get 100% credit, but I did design what was on there. Well, Ray was just there. I think he said hi to you. Put a good word in. Could I get something healthy? I don't know. I'll leave that health expert here, since you're being mysterious on that. Obviously, you're taking
not
your...
being serious. I do the fitness stuff, but I don't like to be like in shape.
No, I just wanted to say that you are... Right, that you are... Here's the thing in sales. I tell everybody, we're all salespeople. Because you actually want people to like you. And if you don't want them to like you, then you're a sociopath or something else. But, so we don't worry about it. Most people want to be liked. And not be all the time. So I try to cause a little controversy. But you're good at what you do because you're staying in shape. And you have a product that works. Because you experiment on yourself. Like my best friend here now drinks green tea. Because he watched a show that I started with a nice young lady named Bethany Monacovo. Healthier, happier you. So there's a theme. No, not at all. This is in the works since last November. You said I should do a health show. Get off of here. I'm not talking with you.
I said I drink lots of green tea. And now you have a show.
Yeah, because that's common sense. I said I'm healthier because of drinking 12 cups. Okay? I'm going to pay you what I pay Smoking Jim. I'm going to double your pay. I promise you. When I give him, you get double. Because nobody's better than you. You broke me down. It's done. That's it. This interview's over. Tell them how to get a hold of you without selling shakes.
You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Liz Costa
What time will it be on?
We'll be on, I think we're between 7 and 7:30. So
Okay, excellent. You know, you're following us. You know, we're on at 7 o'clock to 8. Every Tuesday through Saturday. Well, good luck. Now you can go. Now you can go. Introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Tiana Ford. I'm from here in Pittsburgh, rural, East Liberty.
You didn't say Slivery.
Yeah, well,
I like it. You're
something new.
sophisticated.
Well, it's something new, you know.
I understand. It looks great now. It really
Yeah.
picks up the community. It's really revitalized. But I did meet you through networking. We're not going to talk your business right now, but I did want to bring up sports. Because Smoking Jim, I told him he's on a theme for 2015 to bring people that are involved in sports instead of just models. Because we do run a family show and all that stuff. We try to talk sports. So let's talk sports.
Okay.
You played tennis.
Yes,
What got you into tennis? Because you look like you could be a basketball player.
well, come on, we'll discuss that. I also play basketball too.
Well, could we talk about that? Because this guy throws so many misdirection plays at me. He tries to challenge me on my interviews,
Well,
and he
that was
goes,
short-lived. My basketball was short-lived.
tell me how many months you played basketball.
It was actually, I started, well, this was way back when I was young. I mean, this was
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah. I was in elementary school, middle school.
All right, 12 years
we're not
ago.
gonna go there. That's really way back.
Okay.
But basically, I would say in the tennis career. I mean, I started that. My mom and my dad got me involved when I was maybe in the diapers.
How come?
Tennis players.
Well, that's why I was asking. There's a common thing.
That's how I got involved with playing tennis, and I was with Willa Bentley. She did the inner city.
Did you like it
I
then?
love it. I love
Do
it.
you still play?
I still play.
Where at?
Just around the area. I'm not doing anything professional.
Okay,
or,
no,
you
for
know,
fun then.
Just for
To stay in
fun.
shape.
Recreational, to stay in shape. And like Smoking Jim said, I went to the University of Pittsburgh, played there. I also won it for Alderdice and Westinghouse.
Really?
So I went for two. I was 2 times in Westinghouse and Alderdice.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. Definitely. And what do you do now? We've got a couple minutes to talk about some shameless promotion. Let's talk about a shameless promotion.
Well,
You in business?
I'm in business. I'm right
Tell
now.
me a couple things.
I'm in baskets right now.
This is perfect because you know he went to Cal U. He has 3 degrees in basketball. No, I'm serious. He does. Because I've been researching all the degrees he has. He has 18 degrees from Cal U. Think about it.
All right.
Listen, have fun, Smoking Jim. Why don't you work all day?
All right, now, you can call him Smokey because he goes by so many other names. I don't know really who he is. But what's with the baskets that you have? Because I know what he's created. Nothing. Go ahead.
I do a lot of different type of baskets.
Tell me one. Because he does none.
Well, it's men baskets, women baskets.
What kind of men's baskets?
Is it still a basket?
Oh, okay. No, I'm asking. I'm the
Well,
interviewer.
that's what I'm saying.
All right. I'm not arguing with
I
you.
do Mother's Day baskets. I can do that. That's coming up. I do birthday baskets.
Could you do a green tea basket for my friend? With like a big cup so he drinks it all day? Okay, see? I'm helping you branch out. See? So you do like special occasions?
Yes.
You customize
basket,
anything?
yeah. Whatever for the customer, whatever they want.
Smoking Jim, you put an order in?
You're
What did he order? If you can, I know there's no. Well, because I'm trying to find out something. We don't know how old he is. We don't know who he is.
Mother's Day baskets.
He's got the greatest mother. Definitely. I knew we'd find out something. Now, how do they get a hold of you for your basket all the time?
Well, basically, they just call me on myself.
Can you tell them a number?
Well,
Well, don't you want people to call you for business?
Yes.
I'm about helping business.
Well, my cell phone number 412-287-0192. That's my cell.
And don't hassle with her like
Yes.
Smoking Jim. Don't be texting her all the time. Right? Just say, I need a basket for Mother's Day.
Yes, that's my
Right?
That's
Is that
what's
better?
coming.
No creeping on Facebook and all this other stuff.
Weekend.
Is that good for you?
Yes, that's
Anything else you want to promote here?
No, I mean.
Tell me
that's
1 second about your modeling.
Well, modeling, I would say I was with Diamond Models of Champagne Enterprises when I
Okay.
started off. I also do wedding clickers with the bridals. And
What's a clicker?
It's bridal affairs shows and stuff. And
I gotta learn more about this stuff.
and also with Exquisite Bride, who is out in Murraysville, so I modeled for them. And now, right now, my first time was modeled with Kia Tom, and she opened up her boutique. So
Nice.
I'm glad to be more with her as well. So that was the first time I modeled for her.
Well, Smoking Jim will let us know every time he takes a photo or something, so we'll find out where you're at. Tianda, it's been a pleasure.
You too, thank you.
And good luck with the basket
All right,
business.
thank you so much.
Introduce yourself. He's a returning two-time guest. He was even on Jessica Lee's show when it was at Louise.
Yes, I was, and I had a ball. She sung us into the ground. She is such an entertainer. They call me Henry Coach Rock Robinson. I'm one of the coaches from the Brada Police Athletic League team. It was started by a man named Ed Acree, who is now deceased, but through the help of Jimmy Savetti, Gloria Satowski, and my dear friend Kevin, who is another coach at the gym, we're going to keep Ed Aikman's dream and vision.
So you're creating a legacy for him.
We're doing our very best.
No, it's honorable things that they're doing, and they need help. So I wanted to bring them out here. They do a lot of great things in the community. You're going to meet a couple of the boxers that they work with. And they've had great success. Go ahead.
Coach Rock, is your gym the only thing in Browning not boarded up?
Now, cut that out of here. Smoking Jim.
He laughed for half the
As a matter
show.
of fact, it isn't. The library across the street from my gym is not boarded up.
I've never been to the library.
And the library is after school program for the kids in the community.
We understand this is why, if you believe in homeschooling, stop. Go to school.
Yes, sir, I agree.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad. Like, we agree on a lot of stuff. I disagree with this neighborhood stuff and the boards. Because he talks about Monroeville, and I can't even mention it anymore. I don't know. I don't even know. Can you pick me up?
Yeah. No, you have to catch a bus.
Yeah, two of them. Yeah, I'm on Bethel Park.
Oh,
I gotta catch a T.
You gotta catch 3.
Yeah, definitely. It's terrible. Why would you even go there? Unless there's Gold Gloves Boxing, which we filmed last week.
Yes, and you guys did a spectacular job.
Thank you. And I just want to give another facet of what you do. He's also a great referee. In the ring, he controls with some of the things going on there. And he got one of the hardest workouts that I just saw with some of these young kids who were very headstrong, I should say. And he lays down the rule. Well, I'm trying to be a nice guy. Thank you. He lays the rules out because you're supposed to follow them. And he tells them, just look at me, listen to me. And they don't want to. Now, you actually train boxers, and the two guys you're going to bring up a little bit are well-trained guys.
We have a new gentleman that's in here, but you know his brother very well.
Yeah.
I say a guy.
Yeah, we do.
We have his older brother now training in our gym.
How about that?
And everybody knows Dennis Gibson. He's been around for a while.
We know.
Still trying to get a knockout, but he's gonna get one. He's gonna get two. I got two. I'm gonna let you tell
He'll be on. Don't worry, we'll give you 30 seconds because Coach Rock is going on and on. Now, what do you want to promote? How can we get people? You're developing a 501c3 or going to be a charitable donation. So how would they get a hold of you? Because we're going to be promoting some of your stuff, as it goes up. And we've been honored to be announcers for his boxing shows that he's going to have coming up this summer.
Yes.
So it'll be over 3 weeks. So we consider that quite the honor to be a part of this in the Hill District and Braddock. Because we travel anywhere. Smoking Jim doesn't always. He's not really liked in every community because of what he says. So we're working on that. But we appreciate you inviting us for the honor with you.
It's a pleasure to have you guys.
Thank you. Now, can they get a hold of you anyway?
Yes, they can either go to my email, which is braddockfightclub@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or they can reach me at my cell, 412-537-1900.
That is great. How'd you get that 1900?
I was lucky. That's a business. I don't know how I got that, but it was made so
Because
easy.
he wanted to know what your number was. He didn't even know.
That's why they get a return call. He didn't recognize my number.
No. He said somebody's bothering me because I got 100,000 unanswered calls, so I don't know who's trying to call me now. And then I gave him your number, and he was all excited.
I do have to mention Gloria and Gloria Sitowski and James Betting asked me to mention that they are actually doing a gold badge bout 20 in July. This is going to be the first gold badge. This is going to be the first of many bouts that are going to be consistent with open class elite boxers only. You're going to not see the same old boxing matches that you're used to. We're bringing out now the best of Pittsburgh fighting the best of any other state. So our gym is kicking off the first gold badge bout. We're going to have between 10 and 12 open class elite fighters fighting DC, New York, Philadelphia, Ohio, West Virginia. So when we bring these guys in, here's a must. They have to fight for a belt in their weight class, but they also have to honor that belt within 90 days.
90 days.
Within 90 days. So within 45 days, we're going to call those coaches, hey, get your guy ready. Is he going to give him a rematch or give her a rematch? And if they choose to, that's the out. If not, they fight another opponent. If they decline on either, they have to vacate the belt and someone else fights for it. But what we're going to try to do is keep giving them something to strive for, give them a motivation, something to give them some incentive to say, I'm going to train harder. If I want to be a pro, I've got to be in the gym. So it's not going to be just, well, I'll come today and fight tomorrow and be like Muhammad Ali next week. No, you've got to put the time in.
Well, we noticed that in some of the fights. We can talk on and on. We're not going to. I want you to bring up your coach. He's a good friend of mine also.
My name is Kevin Scott. I'm a trainer at the Grad Out Boxing Gym. Grad Out.
It's great stuff. How long have you been training boxers?
I've been training for like 6 years.
Oh, that's great.
3 at the Grad Out Boxing.
What got you into this?
I used to box.
Did you? What weight class?
Welterweight and middleweight team. Was a Gold Club champion.
What gym? You were a Gold Club champion. What weight?
147 and 156.
That is great. I didn't know that. You never told me.
Yeah, I was state champion. No, I fought in the state.
Right.
And went to the national.
That is awesome. Thanks for sharing that first time. All right, get off it. Now, what's going on with this new venture that you're doing with Coach Ross?
Oh, it's really exciting. Rock is really adventurous guy. He's making things happen in the gym, networking.
He's full of energy for what he does.
Excellent speaker.
I know, that's why I shut him down. He was talking too much here. You got a chance to stay on a couple more minutes for sure. I didn't mean to get you off your speech here, man. No, he is a good man. Enough about him. You're helping kids out too.
Yes, that's my main goal.
know that.
That's my main goal.
Definitely.
Is to do something good in the community, to share some things with the young kids.
And that's why we're bringing you on. How do they get a hold of you? Do you want people to get a hold of you? Or?
My phone number, cell number is 412-657-2683.
And would you want parents to bring kids how young to start boxing?
10 years old. I'm looking for a win.
10 to 21. All right, give your phone number again. They better call you.
Phone number is 412-657-2683.
And what gyms are you going to be out of? I know you're going to be out of a couple of
Ooh,
gyms.
it's a
Where
how does that get?
The Hill.
Okay. And the Hill is the old Y.
If he's bleeding
Okay,
it to me.
tell people that I've been there, they understand it.
Why Jimmy down 3rd Street.
Okay, Jimmy Synthetics Gym.
That came off.
Park.
It's right there. You go.
God's coming.
Yeah.
Wow, you don't get a phone crash.
We're wondering why God's not saying.
That wasn't better.
So how many gyms do you have? 4?
No, we just affiliated.
Okay.
No, there's no
I just want to clarify because if they're trying to get a hold of you and they live in the Braddock area or they live in the Hill District, then that would be their gym. Right. And that's where you'd want them to go to.
No, we want them to come to Brad.
Well, that's what I'm trying to clarify. I'm trying to get down. Where do you want these guys to
Where we
go?
want the guys to come is to Brad. Brad Gym is open.
That's better.
Open 5 days a week from 4 to 7. 4 to 8.
Okay.
And we like to come to
No, that's what we're looking at. That's why I had you on, my friend.
Okay, very good.
Kevin, I appreciate it. Good luck in the future. Bring us some champions
Yeah,
here.
that's what whose mode is going forward. We got one here now, the champion here.
Well, introduce him.
Coming up,
Introduce him, the champion.
one of the champions out of the Red Rock Boxing Gym is Dennis Gibson.
All right. First time you've been on our show.
Right? I watch it.
No way. Another fan.
I got Dave Cable on YouTube.
No way. You got the channel. You see over 300 of our shows. Hey, thank you. Well, 3.5 years plus boxing and special events. Did you watch our national unicycle championship one? It was out of Seneca Valley. NAUCC. It was in Seneca Valley. Check it out. I interviewed people that are on unicycles that were competing worldwide. It was our most highly viewed YouTube show with over 2,700 views. I'm like Smoking Jim. I don't fabricate anything about that. Okay?
Like he fabricates about Red Rock, I don't shut
Yes.
down.
Yeah, we're not even talking about him in neighborhoods. Don't even compete.
That's the second time I heard you say that. In here, I was like, oh, I gotta get back to him about this. You can't keep saying that. The houses aren't abandoned. I've been there too long.
Well, there's a reliable fact. We got fiction, now we got fact. So that's what I go by, Dennis. Now, I've watched you over the last few years box. You've had some good fights, some other fights that I didn't think were so good. And that's being an amateur. Right. And then you had a beard, I didn't even know who you were. He was taking a page off Zach Brunner's thing. He had this beard and kept growing. And now he shaved it off to be on Pittsburgh Sportsline. So I feel honored.
We shade.
Baby face.
Oh, but yeah, what Rock said, I have 2 knockouts, sir. Two.
I wanted you to say that part.
I know.
Because I didn't know you did.
See, when us older guys forget, we say we're challenging you to remember. Guess what? It's not true. We just forgot. So tell us about the knockouts.
Well, my first knockout, it happened my first year when I met Kevin. It was my first fight. You know, we was late getting to the ring. Very, very late. Very. Almost disqualified, but that's okay. You know, I added fuel to the fire. So I got him out in like a minute 30.
Did you? You weren't even warmed up.
No, I was. I said
Okay.
fuel to the fire. Fuel to the fire.
Okay. We'll check the video to see if you said that. You watch it, let me know. I believe you. Okay, so that was your first
The
knockout.
second one was my 4th fight up at Carey. And it was Carey's gym against Penn State. Yeah. It took me about, I got him at the end of the second round. Like, as soon as the bell dropped. So he kind of simultaneously dropped with the bell.
Did he?
Yeah. So that was a nice fight. He was just quick though. That was about it. He just had speed. That was the only thing.
No power.
No. I was taking
I
baby
like-
taps that fight.
Were you?
Yeah.
So you got more confident.
No, I wasn't really supposed to fight. It was Dave's fight. I was in like mediocre shape. So I was like, I'll take it. I don't got nothing better else to do.
So you got the fight late.
Yeah, basically. I had to shave that night too. You know how much I hate shaving? I don't even like this. I don't like this. But it's okay, you know. I just gotta stay from the young people. You know, they might get me in trouble.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta watch that. Be safe out there.
I know.
Especially since you're a boxer, you got trained, you got weapons. That could get you in trouble.
Don't tell nobody. You got that.
You can't. We do it like a live show. Now, how long have you been boxing?
On and off for 2 years. We're about to close that gap. We're about to make it straight on.
You're getting serious.
Yeah.
Tell me how old you are.
22. I started when I was 20.
That's not bad.
So they ended like 2012, going into 2013.
Okay.
But you know, Coach Rock got me on his diet, so right now we just moving through things right now.
I understand that. And if anybody's going to keep you on that diet,
It's gonna be Coach Rock and Coach Ted.
well, we know that. They're as persistent as I am. We know that. Tenacious. We don't stop.
Yeah, you know you getting kind of old. You gotta catch up to me though.
No.
Oh, he took a run out of it. Any of us took out the run.
Not yet.
I got a lot of energy.
Me too.
Could have taken up the left too.
I can tell you the talking machine.
All right, we'll invite you back another time. That's it. We got enough out of you. When's your upcoming fights? Anything happening?
May.
Yeah, should be
May 9th.
With Don Spinelli's for the Thundercut show.
We can't hear him. And Butler.
What's his name? Don
Spinelli.
Don
Don
Spinelli.
The Thundercut show.
Oh, we had one.
All right, we'll look forward to that. After you win, we'll bring you back on.
You know, I need another belt, so just bring me somebody with a belt.
Second.
You do. You got 2 belts. You need a 3rd.
Yeah, I just got found the first one. I only got one. I need 2 to get this double up.
Yeah. Dennis, I like your style. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for being a fan. We appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Five turns today.
One more thing.
We got another fighter too.
Okay, you want to introduce him?
His name is Will. Will Guy. You know, he's brand new.
Okay.
Back in the softball to the city.
No way. Right. Tell us your name. How'd you know I was going to ask that? You're pretty good. I like it, just like in boxing. How long have you been boxing?
Only our first year.
That's it? I thought maybe you went longer than that. How old are you? 15, okay. I thought you were about 18.
I wouldn't, Corey.
Well, Smoking Jim, you're so nice with everybody except certain people, so leave it at that. Now, what got you into the boxing?
Well, first my brothers lived in Boston. 2 years before me, so I was like, before I had like, just waiting for my anger. So then I started getting into it. Didn't like everything to do.
Did you like it?
Then I started watching amateur fights on TV, and then I wanted to do that.
And now you're doing it. So you set some goals, and now you're doing that. So that's great. And when are you going to fight? Well, they'll get you in fighting shape. I know with those guys in that crew, they want you to be a winner. All right? Well, Will, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming on Pittsburgh Sportsline. And we'll post this up if you're on Facebook or anything. Like all these guys know, we put it out there and we'll show that you had this interview. And I'm glad we could do a first interview with you before you become a champion. Good luck. Welcome to Z Time. We got Z Time at the Village Tavern and Trattoria. You're looking tired except for that Pittsburgh Sportsline ad.
I'll tell you what, man, it's a slugfest making it through this show tonight, but I'll do it for
you know
for
what?
you gents.
We just sealed the deal. We signed that deal after tonight.
Hey.
You've said that the last so many shows. I was waiting for that. What's going on? You're being disrespectful of everybody that was on when you just said that. You know that?
I'm sorry, folks.
No wonder they're not watching the Tuesday night show.
I don't think them not watching the Tuesday show has anything to do with it.
It's because you said it's all about you being on it. Now you're on
I
it.
said it was one of my favorite shows is the Tuesday night show, and I'll keep saying it's one of my favorite shows.
Well, that's because of being Smoking Jim. We know that.
Part of it.
I'm trying to dig down on this interview. What's on your mind? I need a what's on your mind here. Tell me with sports.
Well, obviously, for those that watched the Tuesday night show, we were talking about the Penguins. Smoking Jim missed it. For those who tuned in, he wasn't there. He had a big meeting, an important meeting. My question is, does Smoking Jim have this much to do the meetings and all that serious and important?
What meetings? I don't know what they are. He tells me that. I'm looking for an invite.
I got stuck in the meeting.
What that meeting was to, and how old Smoking Jim is, and what he really does, we'll never know. But I do know one thing. I want to give a shout out to Joanne Forrest because she writes books that actually come out and win awards. And I know she's not here right now, but I'm pretty sure she'll watch this.
She'll watch this.
She'll watch this back.
She'll get
Shout
this
out
last
to you,
segment.
Everest Business. I really respect your grinding, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Rock, the boys in Braddock, Dennis Gibson. Obviously, you know, Dennis has been fighting on the scene for a couple of years. Big shout out to him. Waiting for him to turn pro because, as many of you know, this amateur thing doesn't pay the bills, but that's a story for another day. The Penguins right now are, much to my dismay, are losing to the one Smoking Jim. I know you're a huge hockey fan. Your favorite hockey player last night, PK Subban, and the Canadians broke a guy's wrist with a vicious slash. Did not get suspended for the next game, so he'll be back in action tomorrow night for the Montreal Canadiens.
That's shocking that he's not.
I can't believe it. When that hit happened to Mario Lemieux several years ago, that was a 4-game suspension.
How could it not be now?
Given to Adam Reg for whacking the news.
Right, he was out the rest of the series, the rest of the playoffs.
Lemieux?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it could be the same thing here.
Could be.
Yeah, it's
Looking
terrible.
forward Saturday night, Smoking Jim. I know you can't wait to go to the Royal Place and do the Hall of Fame, PA Hall of Fame boxing dinner and boxing match. I guess it'll take place afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we'll be there broadcasting yet. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to broadcast again, folks. So let's just enjoy this while we can, while we wind down. I'm loving this hat. Pick one up. Limited edition. There's only about 15 or so available.
You got plenty of time here.
We got 7 minutes. We're going to make the most of all 7 of these minutes.
I don't know if we
Normally
are.
By the time I come on,
struggling.
folks, I've had to endure over 45 to 55 minutes of a Smoking Jim laughing. And it kind of just, after you spend 12 days of hard labor, and it kind of just wears you down with me.
I didn't realize it, because I still feel strong. I don't know if he's laughing with me, against me, or at you. I'm trying to figure it all out.
Probably a combination of all three, and it's probably just a natural mechanism that does how you guys got. When in doubt, just laugh it out. Yeah,
laugh it out.
Just laugh.
And that's why we bring us on Pittsburgh Sportsline. But no, it's a great venue here at Village Tavern and Trattoria. It's easy to find. A lot of great food. We're happy to be here.
The jazz was great.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jessica Lee once again. She's back here somewhere. Handling business.
Jazz and sports.
Networking.
Yeah, that's what she does. Definitely the non-profit world, charitable world, the for-profit world.
Got to take a second real quick to thank Devin Shea, Dave Cable, everybody in DPTV land. Couldn't make this possible if it wasn't for all the volunteers out there.
Oh, it is.
Dave, don't worry, brother. I'm working on that table, pushing it through.
I didn't even bring it up. Are they?
Yes, they are.
We can't wait because our man Smoking Jim went through one the other day.
Got this marks on it.
Well, he was a power lifter.
So they said, man. So they said.
How come you don't believe anybody?
Because there's a segment on Tuesday night show that's called Fiction and Fact.
Okay.
From Smoking Jim's
You know, I named it that.
I know.
You know
it
why?
Says Al Levine's Pittsburgh
No, but you know why I named it. No, did you know why I named it that?
Because it's more fiction than fact?
Yes. Yes. I just wanted you to clarify that before you ran away. Go with it. Hey, I want to shout out to all the people that came here tonight. They come at 6 o'clock, watching jazz.
God bless you. It's been a long day, that's all. I mean, they're great jazz, but it's just the day runs long, that's all.
Well, how about great sports? This is Pittsburgh Sportsline. I want to thank one of my new friends here from Lupella, One World Peace. Joel, he's here with his wife. This is going to be one of the best social media crowdfunding platforms that you've ever seen. Stay tuned for some of that stuff. And we'll try to post more stuff on Pittsburgh Sportsline on their page. We're trying to get people and drive traffic to that. So we appreciate partnering up with him, which we will in the future here. He's showing support tonight. And he also did buy one of our polo shirts. We're trying to get the XL
It's in
and
development,
XL.
so I was just down there before I came to the show. It's in development.
Joel said that he was happy with the hat. He liked how the hat looks. They liked how I looked in the hat, just like you said. I was surprised. That's a nice hat.
Some people just
always. Tell them your name.
I'm not the final word.
You're the final word, I think. Devin, how much time do we have? 3 minutes. This is going to be the longest 3 minutes that you have to go.
I have a little dog.
I
You know how that
understand.
goes.
Yeah. Sometimes they have to
3
go.
hours. Yes, jazz, yes.
Right.
Blues, we have sports.
Good conversation. At Sports Talk, we had networking. Look, we found about charitable organizations.
Women.
entrepreneurs. And then we also had a guest singer who was just unbelievable. You called him back up because he's going to Chicago. One of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
She said, lady, touch my daughter behind us.
Coach Rob. Definitely. You made new friends.
we had New York City in the house.
Definitely. We covered a lot. No, tell me.
Come on, you gotta come up here with me and tell them about New York City. Come on.
All right, use that to grab the speaker. Scoot over here.
We can finish.
This is a BBTV first.
This is the
Come
first.
on, tell them about New York City. I was just in
New York City.
New York is a city that's so big they had to name it twice. New York.
He brought it on for this.
I tell you, growing up in East New York in South Ozone Park, I tell you, I got my grassroots there, but I tell you what, there's so many things that you can do, so many places you can go, so many places you can sit back and listen to good jazz.
Hey, Coach Rob.
How about your time?
Oh, he has me. That's where it's at.
New York. Well, rarely do we give a guest a second chance to come back. Look, God.
But did we have a little of that feeling in the house?
All night long.
What a good man he is.
The guys that had the shit were down in Washington, they got
Co-signing
busted.
that
You know about that?
We probably
The guys
got
that
about
had
a
all
minute
this
left.
stuff, they about what they got
I want to thank
Yeah.
Thanks Jessica Lee for this idea of jazz and sports. I mean, we're trying to promote that. What goes better than jazz and sports for a long time in history, right?
Yeah, and I was going to scat.
He doesn't know scat. You better explain it to him.
Scat back, that's all I know.
He's powerful. Can you teach him to sing?
Oh, I think
In the shower.
yeah.
This is a family show. We're not talking about the Hey, with that, I want to thank. He is good at it. And we enjoyed the show. Great venue here. Thanks to Ray Hannis, the owner, actor, entrepreneur, for coming out tonight, even being on our show. And we're closing out with Jessica Lee. She's always interviewing it. She closed her show earlier. We're honored to have you close this one out. Thanks a lot. Be safe out there and stay Joey strong.